Welcome back to Rcomics. I'm your host Riggs, and this is the poll list for October 20th, 2021. The poll list is the top 7 books I'm looking most forward to. Every week I read 12 to 20 books, and these are the top 7 I'm most looking forward to. So without any further ado, here are the poll list for this week. Up first is Catwoman number 36, writer Ram B, artist Nina Vakukovic, cover artist Yannick Paquette. This has been a really good series and a really nice run on Catwoman. Really enjoying what Ram B is doing. Unfortunately, it is coming to an end. I believe they're handing the reins over to Tini Howard shortly, but I've been really enjoying this Catwoman run. I want to see how Ram B finishes it out. This one has the sirens all together, but if you really enjoy some good action with Selena, Ivy, and Harley's in this one as well, so this could be a really nice book. Like I said, he's done a nice job with Catwoman so far. Ivy's been the main focal point in the later arc here. Want to see how he wraps it up, and if you like Catwoman and you like a lot of fast action in your Catwoman, you'll really enjoy this book. It's a well-written run on Catwoman, and can't suggest it enough. Catwoman number 36. Up next, Death of Dr. Strange number 2, writer Jed MacKay, artist Lee Garber, cover art Kari Andrews. Pretty good book so far. I'm enjoying the Death of Dr. Strange. It is definitely being felt elsewhere in the Marvel Universe. The book itself, though, the series is pretty good. I liked the first issue and the end of the first issue. Excited to see what they do with the second issue. Really like the cover by Kari Andrews on this. Like where they're going with the Death of Dr. Strange. It will help to read this if you're reading a lot of stuff in the greater Marvel Universe. This will definitely help bring some context to it. So I would suggest picking up the Death of Dr. Strange if you are interested in the magic side of the Marvel Universe and the greater Marvel Universe. Up next, Gunslinger Spawn number 1, writer Todd McFarlane and Alice Cott, art by Philip Tan, Kevin Keane, and Brett Booth, cover art by Brett Booth. This is taking a deeper look into Gunslinger Spawn, his 200-year history. I guess they're going to try to go around a little bit. If you're liking what they're doing with the Spawn universe, with Spawn and King Spawn, I can't imagine that this is going to be a far departure. You got Brett Booth on it, so I'm super excited to see what that looks like, and I like what's going on with Spawn. So if you're a fan of Spawn, I would suggest checking out Gunslinger Spawn number 1. I'm also going to have another Spawn book on here. Obviously, I'm a big Spawn fan, but if you like that Western feel and you kind of like the Spawn character, this is definitely a book that you might want to check out. So Gunslinger Spawn number 1. Up next, Judge Dredd MEGAZINE number 436. The story that I'm focusing on in here is Nick Dyer's the writer. Artist is Rory McConneville. Cover art is by Chris Blythe this time. Mega City 1 2143 is a vast urban hell on the east coast of post-apocalypse North America, home over to 160 million citizens. So that's kind of the setup for it. This is a really good run inside the Judge Dredd magazine. If you're picking this up, it is very good. I'm actually grabbing it digitally from 2000 AD, so I've gotten this, already read it. I'm enjoying this one. This is the first part of the story, and it's a good first part in it. So if you're reading Judge Dredd or you want to know where to start, where to hop on, Judge Dredd magazine is a good place to start. They do a lot of Dredd focused stories in it. It's an anthology book, so you get multiple stories in it. But if you want a good jumping on point to kind of check out a more recent Dredd story, Judge Dredd magazine number 436, you can grab it digitally through 2000 AD, or you can wait till it hits print. It's about a month behind when you go to hit print versus getting it digitally. So if you're somebody that likes the digital read, it's a nice perk grabbing it a little bit earlier than the print. But I would highly suggest, if you have any interest in the character Judge Dredd, picking up Judge Dredd magazine 436 and reading that first story. It's a very good story and a nice start to hopefully a new arc for Judge Dredd. Up next, King Spawn number 3, writer Sean Lewis, art by Javier Fernandez, cover art by Jonathan Gallopine. So this is King Spawn number 3. It's been very good so far. Obviously, Kincaid is back. Kincaid was the first big villain within Spawn, and Spawn killed in issue 5 or 6, I can't remember. But Kincaid's building back an army and trying to create a new world, and this has been a really good book. Not just because I'm a Spawn fan, but I think King Spawn is a nice jumping on point. Even if you haven't been reading the past 300 issues of Spawn, you can jump on the King Spawn and get an idea of what's going on. I would suggest picking up Gunslinger Spawn too if you like this type of story. It's a darker, more gothic type anti-hero story. It's a lot of fun. It's a good book. Deals with some dark issues, but well done. I like what Sean Lewis is doing here, and I can't suggest picking up King Spawn number 3 enough. Up next is the third book, I believe, in Scotttober over at Comixology. Night of the Ghoul number 1, writer Scott Snyder, art and cover art by Francisco Francavilla. This is going to be based on a movie that never got made back in 1936. It was supposed to stand alongside Frankenstein and Dracula. This looks like a really good book to continue out his Scottober. I liked the first one that he put out. We Have Demons, that was good. His second one, Clear, excellent. Very much enjoyed Clear, but I love that neo-noir stuff, so I was very into seeing where Clear goes next. Clear might have been my favorite release last week, but I want to see where Night of the Ghoul goes. Very interested in it. I love the horror stuff. I love film history stuff. So this is definitely a book that's up my alley, and if you like that type of story, I don't think Scott Snyder is going to disappoint in Night of the Ghoul. If you have Comixology or Amazon Prime, you can read these for free. The Kindle reader's not bad, or the Comixology reader's not bad. I know some people complain, but they're really not bad methods to reading, and I would highly suggest checking it out. I mean, if you have Prime or the Comixology Unlimited, it's free for you. Otherwise, I think it's $2.99. They're very good books and worth the $2.99 if you're going to pay for them. I'm looking forward to what Night of the Ghoul #1 looks like. Last but not least, Refrigerator Full of Heads, writer Rio Yorez, art by Tom Fowler, cover art by Sam Wolf Connell. This looks awesome. I'm really interested to see how this one goes. Basket Full of Heads, I very much enjoyed. Obviously, Basket Full of Heads was Joe Hill. This is Rio Yorez. I'm very interested to see what Rio does. This could be a lot of fun, or it could be super dark, or it could be a bit of both. I really enjoy the Hill House Comics imprint. I'm a horror fan if you guys haven't caught on yet, but I like horror comics. I liked what Joe Hill did with it. I'm interested to see where Rio picks up with it. This could be a lot of fun, talking about axe murdering, bodies in the bottom of a bay, and heads in refrigerators. This looks like a lot of fun. Hopefully it's similar to Basket Full of Heads, or maybe we're going to be surprised and it'll be something completely different with Refrigerator Full of Heads. But either way, super excited to see where this goes. I would suggest if you've read the Hill House stuff and you like it, probably pick this one up and give it a shot. There's some of the better books being put out, maybe by DC or anyone really. If you like the horror stuff, picking up Refrigerator Full of Heads #1. That's the poll list for October 20th, 2021. I'm Riggs, and I want to thank you for listening. Like, share, and subscribe, and let me know what you're picking up down below in the comments. See you on the next poll list.